Hello and welcome to the Botcast Football Show, the Bristol United podcast. My name is James, and once again this week I am joined by first team manager John Gilbertson. John, how are you, mate?
I'm not too bad, thank you, James. And you?
Yeah, all good, all good. Sort of building up to the big day now, aren't we? So not
Yep.
long to go at all. Not long to go at all. Before we get into that and all the football action, let's do our weekly mental health checkup. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you?
Oh, I think a good 9.5 today.
Oh, 9.5.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
coming up to Christmas, and we've on the back of some good results, and all looking good.
happy days, mate. Happy days. That's good. That's good. Now, just before we get into the football talk, obviously, like you said, we're getting building up to the big day, and we're nearly there. There was a conversation. I don't know if you listened to TalkSport. There was a conversation on there the other day where Jeff Stelling announced he doesn't have gravy on a roast dinner.
Oh, right.
So, what's your thoughts? Gravy on a roast dinner, yeah or no?
Absolutely, definitely. Yeah, that makes it.
Yeah, I got to agree with you as well. But then again, I have had roast dinners without gravy, so I can see it from both sides. But yeah, I do think you're right. What you just said, it makes it a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What about Yorkshire pudding on a Christmas dinner?
Yep. A big
Yeah,
yes for me.
yeah, I agree. I think you just have it with anything, can't you? Really, they are nice, aren't
It
they? So
is a must.
yeah, the more the merrier on the plate, really, isn't it? It's whack it on there, isn't it? It's only once a year, isn't it? Chuck it all on there.
Yeah. Why not?
Days, happy days. And I think the last time we spoke was last week, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what you said before we started recording
It was.
today.
Yeah.
So let's forget about the football again for a second. How was the Christmas party?
Really successful. It was a good night. Lots of people there. I think we had about 70, 80 people there, like friends, family, and stuff like that. A really, really good family club night. A few special visitors from Father Christmas, the elves, even the Grinch turned up at one point, tried to steal some presents.
Oh no.
But no, really, really good night. It was a good time was had by everyone, and yeah, presents flowing for all the children. Even the players got treated this year and had a nice gift waiting for them. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
good
nice.
night all round.
And a few sore heads on a Saturday morning was there, or not too bad?
One or two. I got to admit, it was pretty good. The lads know we had a game the day after, and I've already told them as well, like to enjoy yourself. It's Christmas, but I think most of them sort of stayed a bit sensible. One or two, not so much so, and I wouldn't dare name any names. But one of them is our captain. But again, I won't name names. But yeah, he looked a bit worse for wear the morning after.
Oh dear. Well, it didn't seem to make that much of a difference in terms of the football on show on Saturday because obviously a good 6-4 win. Um, So yeah, they must have been fairly fresh to run around and play football for 90 minutes and get a decent win.
Yeah, it was a great day, and I was a bit worried myself. We was playing a very good side in
Yeah,
Brislington, and two, like obviously drinking the night before isn't the best preparation for a game, but I got to admit, we were superb right from the off. We had a blip sort of 15 minutes just before half time, but the first half hour I thought we was fantastic, and the second half fantastic and controlled more or less all the game in was very worthy winners.
and am I right in saying that you scored a goal without the opposition touching it from kickoff?
Yeah. So it was again, as you know, we've talked about James. My sort of ethos on football is getting the ball down and play, and
Yeah.
we kicked off. It was a dream start. Kicked off. I think there were 6 or 7 passes involved. We cut sort of through the side and went 1-0 up within the first 30 seconds without them touching the ball. And I mean, what a dream start for us that was on the to go 1-0 up like that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was worth mentioning purely because you don't really see that. You don't see that very often, do you? Where you score a goal from kickoff without the opposition getting a touch. So
No. I mean, we've scored a couple of early goals and we go at teams like fast at times, and but no, to go 1-0 up without the team touching the ball, and a lovely footballing move. A lot of people involved, quick passing and a through ball and a great finish by Jack Cousins.
yeah, no, yeah, very good start. And like you said, the rest of the game sort of was very, very promising. In sort of, I suppose I suppose it's a good end to the. I know you've got another game on Saturday, which we'll come to in a minute, but it's sort of looking at a good end to the year, isn't it, in terms of the football and where the club is.
It is, and I don't know, and we had a tricky start to the season where we wouldn't, we didn't get the start we wanted, but I mean, we just broke the club record now, so that's 6 wins on the bounce for us in all competitions. And the lads, they're playing some lovely football. We're not the finished article, we know that yet, and there's more to come from us, but, with the young side, we're in a good place, and Saturday showed that 6 different goal scorers with, Josh Gilbertson, Billy Gilbertson, Dylan Peters, Jack Cousins. I'm just trying to think who else scored now.
Tom Blake and
Tom
Sam
Blake.
Morgan.
And I can't forget Sam Morgan, our big centre half. Yeah, he'd kill me if I didn't mention him. Yeah, lovely header from Sam. And Tom Blake, I mean, it's becoming a usual thing for Tom now to be banging goals game after game. But yeah, as a manager, 6 different goal scorers in a thoroughly strong performance. Another sort of a great day for us.
Yeah, and also looking forward to 2024, because today's podcast will be the last one we do this year. Looking forward to 2024. I don't want to mention the P word because I know you don't want to mention the P word either, but that's got to be the target, hasn't it? Like going into the new year.
It is, absolutely. And funny enough, we talked about this at the training session Tuesday night, and like I've taken pressure off the players. They're young kids, but at some point we have to start learning to deal with pressure. We're joint second in the league now. I know 1 or 2 sides got a game in hand on us, but we're joint second going into the second half of the season in a great position, and who would have thought that 6-7 games ago. But yeah, the pressure's gonna start ramping up on us and the lads, and that I mean, that's part of the learning curve. It's not just about learning to play football; it's learning to handle the situation, and yeah, we're going to be up there. Hopefully towards the end of the season in the mix for promotion or winning the league. It's for me, like I'm older. I've been around in football a long time. I'm still also aware it could change as quickly as it changed for the positive now. If we don't do the right things and the basic things and don't do them well, it could equally change and we could end up in the bottom half of the league. So we have to keep doing the right things, playing the right way and being brave. And we can't do no more than that. I've always said, if you played to the best you can, you should really finish where you deserve to finish, whether that's mid-table or promotion, over 20, 30 games.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's Christmas, John, so let's look at the positive side of it. I mean, like you said, joint second in the league, going into the new year. A little break after Saturday's game, if I'm not mistaken. Got a week off, I think.
Yeah.
And then back to it on the 6th of January up at Redcatch Park.
6th of January, and a third round of the cup coming at some point as well. So yeah, it's all looking rosy. At the moment,
exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know this, John. So please tell me: is it just the top one that go up, or top 3 go up, or
top 2? Top 2 goes up this year.
And obviously, if it's joint second, it goes to goal difference, does it?
Goal difference. So that's again a challenge for us now for the side. Our goal difference is pretty good. We need to have that buffer. We need to start winning games by a bigger goal margin, because I think some games we've won 3-2, 2-1, 4-0, but the margin should be bigger than that, and it could be as close as that, because there's some good sides in our league, as we know this year. It could come down to goal difference. So that's also a challenge to the lad to start increasing that, as well as picking the 3 points. But
in terms of goal difference as well, obviously you've got obviously it goes without saying that yourselves and every other club wants to score as many as they can. Obviously, not conceding goals obviously is a crucial part of that as well. And this week, Paul Cameron rejoined the club.
Yeah, so Paul's been with us. Paul's a great goalie, and something we're fortunate with our club. We've had 2 great goalies over the years with Reece Hamlin and Paul Cameron, and they probably get in any side in our league. And 3 months ago, which sort of we can't blame him. Paul wasn't in the side, he wasn't starting, and a young lad wants to play football and sort of went elsewhere to go into their team, and like I said, went with the sort of best wishes of us. It come about a conversation about a week ago because I've stayed close with Paul, and the opportunity arose actually to come back to our club, and Paul sort of grasped it with both hands, and I think you realise like what a special club we have, what we do, and so it was again another sort of perfect pre-Christmas gift that Paul's come home to us, and we're blessed with, like I said, with two top-rated goalies in our leagues and probably and above. They're really good goalies.
Good, that's good. Another positive sign for the club as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. And then obviously this Saturday, the 23rd of December, Christmas Eve, as I like to call it. You're at home against Real St. George Reserves.
We are, yeah.
Thoughts ahead of the game?
Again, it's going to be a tough game. Real St. George, they haven't probably started like us in terms of playing to, or well, not playing to their potential because I haven't seen them, but probably getting the wins, the amount of wins, what they're capable of. We played them last year and had two incredibly tough games. We beat them both games actually last year, but it were two real tough games for us. And I know again this Saturday, it's not being fooled by league positions. They've had a few wins, but probably is not as high as they think they should be. But it's going to be a tough game for us, tough challenge for us. We're at home. So we're on the 4G because of the pitch, which I know suits us. So I'm confident going into the game, but we have to respect it is going to be a tough game for us, and we have to go out like we did in the previous 6-7 games and earn the right to dominate possession by having that ball and passing it around and playing our football.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, if you play to the best of your ability, you should get the result that you deserve. So, and it'd be a nice way to end the year, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. To finish sort of 7 on the banks from where we was, like I said, sort of 4 or 5 games in, 6 games in, to finish with sort of 7 wins out of 7 if we get it Saturday will be a phenomenal turnaround and biased, I know, but like credit, and I think the lads deserve it. They work so hard, they're dedicated, whether it's in the season, training, pre-season. I can't fault them, and they deserve it. These lads, they're a good team, good bunch of kids, lads, and I'll be over the moon for them if they could go on and achieve what we set out to achieve.
Yeah, definitely, and I would imagine as well a win on Saturday would make the Gilbertson household quite a happy place on Christmas Day as well.
Most definitely. I think that's a big part of what I want for Christmas. Yeah, another win, and I don't want to be greedy and talk about next year, but a win Saturday, finish the season, the calendar year on a high, and I'm sure we'll all have a great Christmas on the back of that.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. And in terms of this year, 2023, which we're still in, what's been your highlight from a footballing point of view?
I mean, two separate things really, because obviously, like I'm a manager of the first team, and I'm a part owner of the club. So, from the club point of view, is our continued growth and that includes everything we do as a club, from social events to we've raised well over £2,000 for charities this year. So that I'm incredibly proud to be part of that and our sort of ever expanding club. As a football manager, my personal reward, I think it's seeing the growth in the players. We want to win things, we want to win games, we want to win cups and leagues, but to see the growth of the players, like I said, we've got such a young side, and to see the lads sort of train, work hard, and to see the development of the individuals, they're getting more and more experience with every game and becoming better footballers, and that's always a personal reward, because we put so much work in sort of behind the scenes with training to develop players, and to see the players becoming sort of more and more confident and better. That's probably my highlight, I think, for that.
Fair play, mate. Fair play. I mean, since I started doing the podcast and getting to know you and some of the players since, when did we start doing them, John? Was it September time?
Yeah, about that time. Yeah,
That
yeah.
I've seen sort of like how much you do from a manager's point of view, like you said, a co-owner's point of view, and the social media side of it. You know, I mean, I don't know every club locally, obviously, so I can't comment on everyone, but I know you're one of the most proactive clubs on social media, and I think it's starting to sort of pay dividends a little bit.
It is, and from a club point of view, I mean, we've just passed we're sort of over 1,000 subscribers now on our YouTube, which is we've only been going 6 months, so to sort of reach 1,100 subscribers, fantastic. We've just passed 1,000 followers on Twitter, and this is a brand new club, and it's pleasing because I said an incredible amount of work goes into running the club and doing things the right way, and sometimes you can't always see the rewards you get, but you know it's happening. But when you get stats like that, you can actually see it. People's following us, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger over the coming months and years.
Yeah, fantastic. It really is fantastic. And in terms of Christmas, obviously, like you said, you got a game Saturday, and then you got a 2 week break. Will you be putting your feet up and relaxing, or will you be putting your feet up and relaxing and watching a lot of football?
To the second option, put my feet up, watching a lot of football, because I mean, anybody who's into sport, the Christmas period is blessed with a load of football in it in other sports. So,
Yeah.
and probably having a few games on PlayStation, playing a bit of FIFA, Call of Duty, whatever it may be. But yeah, acting like a big kid and chilling out.
Are you into the darts?
I'll watch it, but no, it's not a sport like I'm necessarily into that I would, or like the darts is on to sit down and watch. If it's on in the background, I'll watch it. So I'll watch pretty much any sport, but
Yeah.
I'm not like an avid follower of darts.
No, fair enough. I mean, some people would say it's not a sport, but that's
Yeah.
that's a discussion for another day, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so, and obviously Spurs are sort of what's the right word to describe them, John? What are Spurs?
I think we're at the moment. I think we're just slightly picking up. A lot of players missing, and I think we're just moving along nicely at the moment. Without the sort of the excellent start to the season that they had, they've been hampered by injuries, and I think we're getting a few wins here, a few losses there. And I don't think you'll really see the best of Spurs this year. But I think I'm hoping that they sign a couple in the January transfer window, bolster the squad. And I'm quite optimistic and enjoying watching them at the moment, even in the defeats. Just by they're an attractive side who tries to play attacking football, and for a Spurs fan, I mean that's a must, and it's nice to be able to see that again. But they're doing all right at the moment, which is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, and I think, like you just said, I think that the fact that people are enjoying watching them now, even like neutrals are enjoying watching them now, is a sign of progress at the club. Whereas before, a lot of people could take it or leave it. Whereas now, people want to watch them because they play some good attacking football, don't they? So
yeah. Well, and it's always that's who doesn't like watching that. So
exactly.
That's the best thing for Spurs fans at the moment.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, again, it's all promising from your club's point of view. Bristol United, Spurs, both seem to be on the up, so that's good. And the other team you support, we're not going to mention them, are we? So.
No, I mean that I won't mention them, James, because I know you follow the other side. So let's call a Christmas truce and let's not mention any of them.
Like the football game in the war, we'll call a truce. Like that. Yeah, no, happy days.
Absolutely.
So we are, like I said, we're gonna take a break over the Christmas, over next week, and relax, and then we'll regroup in beginning of January and start doing a podcast again next year. I just want to say thank you to yourself, John, and everybody at the club for sort of welcoming me into the club this year, and for all your time with the podcast as well. It's much appreciated.
And a thank you from us, James, as well, for what you're doing with us and stuff. So again, a thank you on behalf of everybody at Bristol United.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, mate. It's my pleasure. And in 2024, I will do my level best to get to as many games as I can, but as I said to you before, I can't promise. I mean, the good thing is I can watch all the games on YouTube, but nothing beats being at the game live. So I will do my very best to get to more games in the new year. To everybody that's listened to the podcast, downloaded, shared it, passed on the word about the podcast, thank you so much. Again, it's greatly appreciated by myself and the club. I just want to finish today by wishing everybody a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy it, relax, eat as much as you can, drink as much as you can if you drink, whatever, and just enjoy the time with the family because, I mean, from a footballing point of view, football can be all consuming sometimes, can't it? So I think it's a good time to sort of try, and I've tried it, mate. It's easier said than done to try and switch off on the football and not let it dictate your life, but we all know that's easier said than done, isn't it? But
Definitely that, yeah.
And it's like you said as well, when you're at home and you're trying to relax and there's just football on the telly constantly, it's worst time of the year for that, isn't it? So,
yeah.
But I'm not moaning about it. I'm not moaning.
I'm sure that the wives out there will be, but if you're a fellow footballer,
you can't hide from it, can you? You can't hide from it, and but again, thank you to everybody for listening. Merry Christmas, John, to you and your family as well, and to everybody at the club. And thanks for listening. And we will be back in the new year, John. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Looking forward to it, James.
Yeah. Take care, mate. Have a great one.